What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fans Sports Show. And of course, when you see my man Jeremiah, you know we're going around the league. So we're going to start off with the Week 11 games. What happened in those games? And then we'll end it off with Jeremiah, how well Jeremiah did in his bets over the on the Week 11 games. So we're going to start this off with the Browns Ravens games. And the reason we want to start this off is because I think that a longer conversation needs to be had, especially when you think about the Browns fans and some people who are talking about how Shador Sanders was trash. And it's like, I want to start there. In my personal opinion, he didn't look like trash to me. And this is before all the other stuff that came out. He looked like when he came in there, in all honesty, he almost won that game. If his wide receiver Gage catches that ball in the end zone or comes back to the football to grab it, that's a touchdown. Then if Harold Fannin doesn't drop another pass, again, that's a big game. Then if his offensive line gave him a little bit of time, Isaiah Bond was streaking up the sideline. That was a touchdown. So there are factors that come into play with Shador Sanders. The first thing you recognize is that immediately they started throwing downfield in comparison to Dylan Gabriel, where they were short hopping everything. So to me, it's one of those things where there were a lot of Browns fans who were talking about he was trash. He's trash. That's why he's a fifth round pick and all this. And I'm like, wait a minute. I looked at this game and I know I'm not tripping. So I don't understand. Like, to me, when it comes to Cleveland, Cleveland has a long history of wasting talent. That goes back from Ken Anderson all the way up to Myles Garrett now. They've just got a history of wasting talent. The other sad part is that the fan base has done nothing to encourage them pushing talent and pushing that talent to the forefront. So, and they've tried their best to survive off of stuff. Look at somebody like Baker Mayfield, who's now extremely successful down there in Tampa Bay. Think about all the guys that they had that left and went somewhere else and were better. Think about somebody like Brian Hoyer, who came from a championship culture in New England, comes to Cleveland, and he's buns. Like that, at some point they got to understand that. What was your thoughts on this game? I thought that Shador did well. Like I said, he went 14 to 16. Think about that. Dylan Gabriel was 7 to 10. They wasn't even letting him try to really throw the ball. Shador comes in and they 16 passes all like they were letting them air it out. What was your thoughts on that game?
Man, when I first think of, because I know the first one was the fans' reaction when he first came in the game. Fans' reaction was ridiculous. His first completion, the fans' reaction was ridiculous. I think that was probably like a 4-yard gain. I don't remember how much of a pass it was.
I think it was like 5. It was 5 because they ran the ball right afterwards.
Right, but the fans' reaction at that point. Then after then, I think he had another completion. Then he ended up throwing an interception on the next possession.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, what makes me confused. I'm not talking about the game per se, in regards to all the talk afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
When it came down to the backup quarterbacks, and what they do and what their job is. Like if you listen to certain people like Cam Newton would say, "Hey, look, my backup quarterback got at least 2 or 3 reps." You know what I'm saying? If we had 12 reps, he got 2 or 3. One of the things that stuck out to me was that Shador, one of the offensive linemen, said they didn't know his cadence.
Yes.
They said they didn't know his cadence.
Right.
So if he's never heard his cadence, like that's, you don't know it like at all.
Right.
Like at all.
Like he's not even near practice.
Yes. Yeah, he is. He. It's almost like he was scouting team the entire time.
Right.
I say entire time. I'm talking about
Practice squad.
yeah, practicing. You know what I mean? And and then you hear other people like I want to say what's his name? What's the guy that used to back up for Chicago Bears a long time back in the day? Chase Daniel.
Oh, Chase
Chase
Daniel,
Daniel.
yeah.
Yeah. He made a statement said that they don't. He said he wasn't getting first team reps. He said that's not normal. So it's like if you hear professional football players, they go back and forth talking about this thing.
Well,
But I'm like,
well, I'm gonna stop. Chase Daniels, he can't say nothing because he was a long time third string quarterback. He was not the backup, so he can't say that.
okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, if you say the second string quarterback, because as a coach, I don't any sport that you play, the person that's backing up to the person that's direct backup, you want to get some type of reps to be prepared because they always say anything can happen. This is any sport. You know what I'm saying? A person can go down. Next thing you know, you got to come in and start.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Basketball, you name it. Baseball. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. And I'm on the side of hey, he needs the reps. I don't care what it is. If for offensive lineman to come out and say he doesn't know the cadence, that tells you a lot. He's never thrown to any of these receivers. It was the interception that he threw it on. I didn't know if it was his fault or the receiver's fault. Did the receiver run too deep, or did Shador throw it too short? But you don't know.
The pressure came in his face, so he was trying to unload it very quickly. But what
Yeah.
happened was that I think it was it Isaiah Bond? I think it might have been Bond or Judy. Was it Bond or Judy? It might have been Bond.
Yeah.
But he shorted the route. He should have no. Isaiah Bond was the deep pass. And he shorted the route there. I think the comeback was probably Jerry Judy because I think that they went back to that same route, and that's where he like roughed his way to the first down. But again, the Ravens did the right thing. He came in and they immediately started blitzing. What does that tell you when a team recognizes that the backup quarterback could probably throw them back into the game because the starter went out? Not only that, it's amazing at how Kevin Stefanski was acting with him on the sidelines. Like he didn't sit up there and like grab him, hit him on the head, say, go out there, do something, he didn't do none of that. Like I saw more of the assistant coaches and other coaches encouraging him than Kevin Stefanski, who was just standing there acting like he ain't even recognized that he was out there.
That should tell you something.
And that right there to me, that's enough. Like get him out of there because that's not fair for any quarterback, much less Shador. But let's talk about any other quarterback. I've yet to know one that he's developed. Baker Mayfield was in the building.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield was there. They didn't give Baker Mayfield the fifth year extension because Kevin Stefanski said he was no good. So if Kevin Stefanski misses Baker Mayfield, how do you not see that he's going to miss Shador Sanders and push for Dylan Gabriel? Crazy. But like I said, that was just some crazy stuff. I think we kind of went off on a little tangent there. My bad. But, I just had to talk about that because I just feel that, Cleveland for years have just wasted talent. And it's sad that they did that. So with that, we're going to keep running down these games. So the first game we're going to talk about is I don't know if we talked about this game, but let's talk about the Jets Patriots. The Patriots 27-14 against the Jets on Thursday night. To me, this was a game that we did hit this game.
Yeah.
So we're not even going to talk about this game. We're going to talk about the Commanders Dolphins, that 9:30 disaster that happened where they both were playing like hot potato. Oh, you want it? No. Like neither one of the teams seemed like they wanted the game. The Washington defense plays slightly better, but how much of that was just them playing against the Dolphins and not necessarily them actually playing better? What was your thoughts on this game?
You know what? The Dolphins tried to really, really, really give this game towards the end. Like they tried. It's almost like, hey, you know what, Tua, you're not gonna give the game away. So I'm gonna do it on my side as a coach, and I'm gonna give the Commanders another chance, another crack at this in the regulation. Man, I liked the early game, I like the early 6:30 game because I'm able to watch
Oh
a
yes,
good
yeah,
a good
6:30 over there in Seattle, right?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's right at 9:30 where y'all at. But but I wake up, boom, I turn the game on, I'm able to watch it.
Mhm.
And man, it started looking like it started looking like the Commanders are going to have it. I was like, because I
Mhm.
picked the Commanders to win. I picked the Commanders
Right,
to win
yeah,
this
you
game,
did.
and I was like, because the Dolphins they act like they are like Atlanta, and they also like Carolina. Like
Mhm.
they can show you a flash of, hey, we look good,
Right.
but the following week we look like hot garbage.
Right,
All
right.
right, but it started to come on. Marcus Mario threw the touchdown to Debo. Threw the
Mhm.
touchdown to Debo. I was like, okay, now they're going to start getting rolled. Ain't too much happened after then, but it was just the fact of the matter is, they were able to do it. And then Marcus Mariota, he had that good run. I think in the third quarter,
Yeah, in the third quarter, yeah,
the third
definitely.
quarter. Yeah, man, I thought they would have done more with that, more with him running. I thought they would have, but they didn't. But unfortunately, it went to overtime. Uh, they pulled it off, man. It doesn't make sense to me, but uh,
Yeah, Mike McDaniel said, "The hell with this. We just gonna kick it right here. We ain't gonna try to go for the touchdown.
yeah,
We'll kick it right here."
yeah,
Yeah, it was a game that was back and forth. But again, it's not until you actually look at the Dolphins that you find out they have no weapons other than
yeah,
A Chain and Waddle. And once
right.
both of them are out the game, hell, in all honesty, Mike McDaniel, this is where the one game that I'll say it was him
Mhm.
because the fact that he didn't keep running Devon A Chain on that right side after they were just burning the Commanders
Oh
up on
yeah.
that right side, that made no sense. I would have. I said, show me y'all can stop him. Until y'all show me y'all can stop him, I'm gonna just keep running game after game after play after play after play, and yeah, but rightfully so. I'm not surprised. I told you the Commanders would lose. They fell down. Next is the Packers Giants. Game where they went with
Yeah.
Jameis Winston as the
Yep.
starting quarterback. He
Yep.
did throw a pick,
Yep.
but
He
the
did.
pick was not his fault
Nope.
because Jalen Hyatt shorted the route.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, with that being said, what was your thoughts on this game?
Hey, I thought Jameis Winston played good enough to win the game. He had the one rush touchdown at the end.
Mhm.
But this game also tells you more about who the Packers really are.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
because they've been falling down. They're a long ways away from week 1 and week 2.
yeah.
'Cause at first,
Very far.
you know, at first, we were all talking about the Packers. The NFL and talking about the Packers, that this and that.
Mm,
This is why you got to wait till midseason to come out with your actual
right,
real opinions on the team. You can talk about how they're currently playing, but making a Super Bowl prediction it's pretty tough at the beginning of the season.
right.
Man, but I thought Jameis Winston played. I thought he played good enough. I thought he played good enough to win the game. Now, is he going to start next week if Jackson Dart is out?
You know what? The teammates look inspired. They
Oh yeah,
actually
he
look inspired with Jameis Winston on the field. And
was he
like I
eating
said,
another W for a touchdown celebration?
yeah,
Did I see
yeah,
that?
the snow.
Yeah, yeah.
But
uh,
yeah, I mean, but they look inspired with him,
yeah, yeah,
and they look like they were motivated. It's just that they came down to the end, and that was it.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you. The Packers, since Tucker Craft went out, and then you
yeah,
now have Josh Jacobs out. Yeah, I think that they're like a shell of themselves. Not only that, I don't understand why they're not utilizing their receiving core better.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Because Christian Watson, yeah, we know him and Jordan Love got chemistry, but the fact that Jordan Love isn't throwing to all these other guys that are actually threats catching the
Yeah,
ball, I'm confused on what the Packers are really doing offensively that they haven't opened that offense up. So yeah, I mean, I think you and I both agree. Like Jameis Winston looked good. He really did
yeah,
look
yeah.
good, and I think he might inspire him. But again, he's not going to be the long term answer.
Nah, nah.
Jackson Dart will be back in there, but he did look good in his replacement as for Jackson Dart, and the fact that the other coaches went with him, that's crazy. Next is the Titans Texas, a game. that I said, hey, you know what? The
You did.
Titans could mess around and come and beat them. The Texans beat the Titans 16-13. Davis Mills is still doing what he can do to make sure that they don't lose the games, but it's very close in these games. What's your
It
thought on
is.
this game?
Oh man, Davis will actually put up some decent numbers. I honestly I don't expect Davis. I guess I'll give him a pass. No, I won't. He's been in the league long enough.
Right, right.
Yeah, because when he came in for C.J. Stroud once he got injured, he looked like he looked like booty, but he played a whole lot better. He played a whole lot better this week. Maybe
Mhm.
that was just against the Titans.
Right.
But like I said, with the Titans, man, they on some rope from going the first team to go what 1-16 because of that
Yeah,
extra game
yeah, yeah. The
because of the
extra
extra
game,
game.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. They're on their way, and I feel like they're going to do it, man. Maybe Cam Ward, their saving grace is Cam Ward is number one overall pick, and
Mhm.
maybe just maybe he may you may see a second year version that you like towards the end of the year of him. His development may what I'm saying may get better enough where he can carry the team enough to win one or two more games. But honestly, with the team as a whole, I don't see it.
Not only that, Calvin Ridley's out for the
Really, yeah,
season.
he done. He done.
So that destroyed his number
Yeah.
one target, and the fact that he could have did anything else. So I mean, I'm with you. I see them possibly going 1-16 as well. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't see down the list of other games that they could possibly win.
maybe the
I mean,
Browns they got a chance. Maybe
even with that one, it's like
that
it
defense, but
depends on who's playing. It depends
yeah,
on who's the quarterback,
yeah,
because if so far they're talking about Shador being the starter for the Raiders, if they stick with Shador, he might be the quarterback. I don't see them winning that game either because coming into the draft thing, they actually had beef, so and they
mm,
wanted to prove something to each other. So
yeah,
if
yeah.
if they're playing against each other, that
Oh
might
yeah, yeah,
be an
yeah.
amazing game.
And they'll do that. They'll do that just for the ratings. They'll do that
Exactly.
for the ratings. They'll do that
Exactly.
for the ratings.
So yeah, I think we both had I thought the Titans were going to win. You did pick the Texans, so but that was it. Next is the Panthers Falcons, the get
Oh
back
yeah,
game. Almost came
oh yeah,
down to it. Bryce Young almost 500 yards in the game,
almost.
and it was impressive. He was out there slinging the ball, and Rico's y'all guy.
Yeah,
Rico's
he
y'all
is.
guy. He does a
Yep.
fantastic job, and your defense stops the run. They
Yeah.
do a fantastic job stopping the run. What was your thoughts on this game?
Oh man, the first had two different halves. Panthers were down 7-21, and then they made it down 10-21. The following half, uh, the Atlanta only scored 6 points.
Yeah,
Atlanta put six more points on the board, and you see Bryce Young throughout the entire game. He didn't slow up on each possession. No matter how many times
yeah,
got his ankle rolled on, he out there limping. I don't now. I wonder if he's going to play this upcoming week because that sort of starting to kick in.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you mentioned about Rico. Even though he didn't give out no Rico cases this game,
Right.
uh, you could tell he's a whole lot better than Chuba because Chuba dropped a pass that was catchable.
Yeah,
Uh, but then they went to the other side with Rico. Rico almost scored a game-winning touchdown. He
right.
just he just barely stepped out of bounds. But with Atlanta, I don't know Raheem Morris. He probably make it to next year, but now he's stuck with Kirk Cousins and his shot arm.
Yeah, and
You
that
know, because
yeah, that was a bad thing right there.
yeah, yeah, and now I don't know where they're gonna go. But hey, I'm excited for my Panthers. That's the reason why I picked against them because the last time I picked against them, they won. So
Right.
I feel like if I pick against them again, hey,
They'll
they
win
might
again.
win again. Yeah.
Bryce Young will throw for the 500.
Hey, but he did that against Atlanta last year. He threw for like 300 some odd yards and
Yeah,
five
three
touchdowns.
something. Yeah, yeah,
Kind of for like two rush touchdowns, three passing touchdowns. He went off on
yeah.
them last game. Hey, and that was in Atlanta. Hey, he 4-1 against Atlanta. So
Oh man, yeah,
we
yeah,
need to
yeah.
play them.
Play them often.
Yeah,
You already
pretty
played them
much.
twice.
Yep.
Gotta play them even more.
And he got the franchise record now. Cam Newton
Yeah,
four
yeah,
straight two. It's done. It's 448 now.
yeah. Yeah, that was wild. Like I said, and yeah, and Atlanta going down. They're going
Yeah.
downhill. Drake
Yep.
London got hurt in the game too, so he might be out as well. Penix is done they're saying Penix is done for the season.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you got to
Yeah.
rely on Kirk Cousins, who knows how to lose you a game down the stretch. Uh, Next is the Bears Vikings, a game that we thought last week JJ McCarthy was going to play a pretty
Hmm.
horrible game, and this was the game that he didn't look good in this game. So, and Caleb, he did what he normally does.
He does,
Caleb
yeah.
does what he normally does. So, what's your thoughts on that game?
Hey, with Chicago, I've been on Chicago saying, "Hey, man, I'm not a believer in Caleb Williams. I'm still not really a believer in him per se, but I'm more a believer in the actual team. So,
Hmm.
so many games you're gonna win, regardless of whether it's by 6 points, by 2, 3, 4 points. You know what I mean?
Right,
And you continue to win. That's just your team. Uh, JJ on the other hand, man, I think they know they made a mistake. But they had to see what they had got because of they drafted in the first round.
hmm,
Uh, and they could have traded him. They definitely could have traded him. But they could have kept Sam Donald. But at the
right,
same
right.
time, Sam Donald, he's not going to win the Super Bowl. I'm
No,
not so sure. You see what happened last week. We get to that game later, but you see what
yeah,
happened this past week. So either way, they were stuck. So I don't know if they made a. I think they made the right decision for them at the time.
right.
You know what I mean? But uh, they're 4-6 now, so they're not going to win it. They're not
Yeah.
making it to the playoffs.
Not only that, I mean, the surprise of this is
Yeah,
that the Bears are 7 and no, yeah, seven and
7-3.
four, seven
They're
and
seven
three,
three.
7 and 3, and I mean, like, could you not see a worse team that's 7 and 3? Even though you sit up there and I do equate it to what Washington did last year. You know what I'm saying? They went on a run, they made the playoffs and things. And I think that what's happening is that the Bears and the Patriots are experiencing similar seasons. Where
Yeah,
it's like you sit up there and they're not really playing teams that are difficult or tough.
yeah.
Other than for the Patriots, it's been the Bills. For the Bears, I think it was the Lions was their toughest game. But
Hmm.
I mean, now that you're sitting here, we're watching as these both of these teams are marching to the playoffs, and I don't think that they're going to be good in their first entry into the playoffs, but we'll
All you gotta do is
definitely
get in
see.
there.
Yeah, yeah, we'll
All
definitely
you
see
gotta do
what
is get in there.
happens. Next is the Chargers and the Jags, a
Mm,
game that I don't think
surprise,
anybody
man.
saw
Nope.
happening. Uh, they put a whooping on the Chargers. What was your thoughts on that
Did
game?
they? Did they, man? It's one thing I things I brought this up with the Jacksonville and their defense. They
Mhm.
started out they started out well this year. They started very well with getting a whole bunch of turnovers, which typically is what they normally do. But there was a lot of their secondary played pretty well. There
Mhm.
was a couple of pass breakups.
Yeah,
They did what they need to do. I was shocked. I mean, what's the Chargers running back, the backup running back, should I say? Because
yeah,
he's starting
Vidal.
now. Yeah, he didn't get off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. They shut it
he
down.
did.
They shut it
They
down.
did. They shut down that running game, and then guess what? They had nothing. They had nothing else for them.
Right.
The defense literally won that game for the Jaguars. The offense did their thing too. They put up a total of 35 points, man. 30,
Yeah.
35 points. Like
Right.
that's not a good NFL game, regardless. But
And,
the fact of the matter is, Chargers only scored six.
yeah, they
No,
only
no,
scored six.
only
Yeah,
scored six.
yeah.
That's tough to keep a NFL team down to 6 points. If
Right.
they
And
if Jacksonville defense keep playing like that, they'll be a tough out.
that's what I'm saying. Like their defense has been remarkable.
Yep.
Like and they have really showed that defensively they're on point. Offensively, not so much. They still
Right.
trying to figure out the Brian Thomas situation. I don't get it. I don't get it. But you know what? This wasn't the offensive staff that he was with. This is also not the front office who drafted him. So
That's
like this is a point where they're wasting their talent again. I'm a strong believer. Hey, we got a first round pick. We may not know where it falls at. If the Jacksonville Jaguars are serious,
yeah.
send the first round pick to them, get Brian Thomas back in return, and go from
Yep.
there. Like I said, him and Jaden Daniels, they already got a relationship.
Yeah.
Next is the Bucks Bills, a game that was like back and forth. I guess Josh Allen must have seen the movie Sinners with his wife, and saw that Michael B. Jordan was just like all up on her and what she was saying to him
Yeah.
and stuff. And that probably brought his game down a little bit. Now I think he recovered. He must have sat up there. She must have told him, like, hey, she must have told him some of them
Uh-huh.
lines from the movie. Because he looked like he was like running hard in this game. Pause. But yeah, the Bills win 44-32. And like I said, it was a back and forth game. What you think
Yeah, it
about that
was.
game?
I mean, it's the surprising thing is that Rashard White just keep moving on down the depth chart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Sean Tucker was toting that ball, man,
Toting the ball,
and
man.
he was toting that ball, and then he had 2 touchdowns. I
Hmm.
mean, when I see stuff like that, I see him on the waiver wire on a fantasy. I'm looking at, I was like, man, I probably should have picked him up. But you can't predict games. You can't predict games like that. But yeah, it was back and forth, and then Josh Allen said, "Hold on, man, I got this." And
Yeah.
he Joker threw for over three and some odd yards, and he had some rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns. He was all over the place, man.
Yeah, didn't he?
He-
Well, he had six. Was it six? Something like that.
Uh,
No, no,
I
it
can look
must
it
have
up.
been
Yeah, he had five total
five.
touchdowns.
Five. Yeah.
Wait a minute,
Okay.
hold on, I could be off a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, he had three touchdowns. No, you're right, 6.
Oh, it was
Oh
six.
snap,
Okay. Yeah.
3.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was
yeah,
six. Yeah.
three. Yeah, he did 3 and 3. Yeah, 3 and 3, 3 and 3. I know
Yeah.
that was like part of the story what they was talking about him having 3 touchdowns, 3 rushing, 3 passing. Man, he
Okay.
talking
Yeah.
about, but that's what Josh Allen does, man. And I would say it was a little bit of winning game, but he started toting the ball too. Man,
Yeah.
they the Bills look good. They look good, but they'll lose to a sorry team at some point in time, and then we'll
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Like
they'll do
more
the
than
same thing.
likely they're going to lose to somebody else in the AFC East. Maybe
Yeah,
the Jets or something. If they, I don't know if they
they lose
played
to
the
the
Jets
Jets, man.
already. I don't know if they
They
played them already. But yeah, I mean that's what'll happen. They'll lose to a
yeah,
lowly team they're not supposed to
yeah,
lose to.
yeah.
Next is the Steelers Bengals, a game that kind of shocked you and I because we were certain that they were going to sit up there and throw it to Jamar
Man.
Chase. Instead, Jamar Chase said, "The hell with you! I'm going to spit." On Jalen Ramsey because y'all not letting me get the ball.
Oh man. Hey, hey, that's funny. That's funny.
So,
Hey, listen,
what was your thoughts on this game?
hey, listen. They did a number on Jamar Chase. They was like, hey
Yeah,
man, we don't care how many times you pass it. That what happened last time will not happen again.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it did not happen again, man. And, matter of fact, I feel like Jalen Ramsey didn't do enough. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
He
he
didn't.
got kicked. He got kicked out.
No,
He
no,
ended
no.
up getting.
I'm talking about when he spit on him.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, yeah, he
yeah.
ran, he punched him. He should have kept going until someone came and I don't know, tackled him and did something. But he punched him one time and then yoked him up a little bit. I was like, nah, man, I don't even want look. Now I'm getting way off the game because I'm thinking about what Jamar Chase said. I was watching stuff too. I was watching stuff. He said, man, I opened my mouth. I was like, yeah, nah, you spit, dog.
Yeah,
You
you
spit.
spit. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you,
spit.
you
Yeah,
spit
you
right on the
definitely
dude,
spit.
man.
You
Yeah,
definitely spit in his chest.
yeah, yeah, he did hardcore, man, hardcore. But yeah, hey, like I said, the Steelers, they they might not go 9-8. They might go 10-7.
And, and
They
and
might mess around and do ten and
that
seven.
would be what the standard for Mike Tomlin. It's
Hey,
like no losing seasons. Like I mean,
none.
and again, I've never seen a fan base complain as much, man. I mean, it's
Oh, they
like you
complain.
guys win so much,
They have
and
no
all you
idea how
gotta
to
do
feel
is
to suffer.
complain. Yeah,
They
it's
have no
like
idea.
and again, it's like y'all. If y'all want Tomlin really gone, who they going to replace him with? Of
Right.
anybody you could think of, there's no young coach out there that you could do that with or anything. So you can't mess around with that. But
Hmm.
um, next is the 49ers Cardinals. Um, that game kind of shocked me a little bit because
Yeah.
I think that the I guess the blueprint is out there on Jacoby Brissett now. So
Yeah.
yeah, so teams are now adapting to that. What was your thoughts on that game?
Jacoby said outside of the difference was like he threw those 2 interceptions. But he still threw for over 350 yards. I mean,
Mhm.
450 yards.
Yeah,
Had a pretty good game. A lot of people got off. Receiving wise for them. I
right.
think D McCarthy he ended up getting injured.
Yeah, he got injured. Yep.
Yeah, I think he made up injured. But the things about with San Francisco with Brock Purdy brings that other aspect to it. He like
Yeah,
you saying he's
very
mobile.
efficient. Very
Yeah,
efficient
yeah,
too.
especially in he's mobile. He's more mobile
Yeah.
than Mac Jones. And then also, man, they use the crap out of Christian McCaffrey. And I'm still
Yeah.
surprised that he has still not been injured. He's played pretty much every single game this year.
Well, it's because Brian Robinson is there to take a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
those snaps from him. So
yeah,
he's not pounding the ball or in the game pounding his body as much. So that helps a lot.
man, y'all, you need to slap your front office up there, man. The Commanders,
And I've been said that. Like I told you,
man.
they should have never traded him. Should have never
eh,
traded him.
I don't know, man, but hey, for y'all in the draft on the Commanders, man. Hey, hope y'all get a high draft pick because I feel like they actually going to be as long as Jaden Daniels can be healthy and
Mm.
everybody comes back next year. I feel like they'll pick up right back where they left off, which will be 2 seasons before in his rookie year, fall
And,
next year.
and they could trade it away. So
Yeah,
trade it away and get more picks.
yeah, yeah.
Next is the Seattle Seahawks and the Rams, the LA Rams. We saw this game where
Mm,
Seattle went down bad initially and then
yeah,
tried their best to fight their way back, but Matthew Stafford is the MVP. Like, it's
yeah,
no getting around that. I mean, you're talking
hmm
about, I think he has like 20 something touchdowns and only 4 picks. So, I mean, there's nobody who got numbers close to him at this point right now. He does have pretty good receivers there, but yeah,
he does.
I think that's it. What was your thoughts on this game?
Man, this whole game was Sam Darnold's fault. I mean, he gave the Rams the ball at four. He gave him 4 extra possessions. Um, Matthew Stafford did his thing. He did his thing early, hitting Devontae Adams early with a 1 yard touchdown. That was supposed to be a run play technically,
Hmm.
but he also had that. It's one of those run options. So he could have handed the ball off and they ran, but he saw the coverage.
Hmm.
And he was like, you know what? I'm throwing this thing Devontae because Devontae was only receiving that play. He was the receiver on that play. That's how you know what it was. So, yeah, man. But man, it's crazy. You said Stafford only has 4 interceptions throughout the entire year. Sam
Yeah.
Darnold gave that away in one game.
In one game like that was like it for him. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I'm impressed with what the Rams are doing. I thought Seattle was going to motorboat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's pretty funny.
I
I
knew
thought they
you
were
did.
going to just roll over
Yeah,
everybody else,
yeah,
but nah, they still got some things to work out, especially with Sam Darnold.
yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs, Broncos. Broncos. This is
It is
like
what
the
it is.
fourth quarter team. I mean,
Yeah,
like
but
they
yeah, they are.
somehow, some way, they always come back in the
Pull
fourth
it
quarter.
out.
What's your thought on this game?
Honestly, my real thought about this game is that the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not sure how they're gonna make it through, but I thought
Yeah,
they were going to come back. But call it what it is. The Broncos they're 9-2. They're 9-2,
yeah.
and they continue to win somehow, some way.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't see them stopping at this point either. Like I said, they've been a fantastic fourth quarter team.
Yep.
Next is the Lions Eagles. They're the Lions and the Eagles. I mean, that game it was kind of like this is the second game in a row
Hmm.
where you sit up here and you talk about the Eagles and they are sitting up there and like they seem like they know what they're doing, but they're also sitting up there seeming like they're being not as strong offensively. What are your thoughts on that
Yeah.
game?
Man, that was a defensive game. Looks like honestly the defense is pretty much keeping Jalen Hurts and the Eagles into this game. I mean, into most of their games. To be honest with you,
Hmm.
sometimes you had like an outlier game with Jalen Hurts to have a good passing game, but for the most part, it's only a matter of time, man. It's just time bomb ticket. Whether it happens week 15, week 17, early exit in the playoffs, something like that. If that early exit happened in the playoffs, you're gonna hear it all whole off season because the receivers already let you know they're not happy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So Jared Goff didn't play his best game. He like under rest to be honest with you,
Yeah,
trying
Jared
to get the ball
Goff
out.
looked like buns.
Yeah,
Like he
he
looked
did.
like he did when he played us in the wild the divisional game.
He looked like
Like,
his rookie year with the Rams, where
yeah.
I thought he was no good.
Yeah, I mean, he was bad, terrible in that game. But
Yeah.
how much of that was the arrogance of Dan Campbell to try to call the offensive plays again? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like it's like,
Yeah.
bro, like you're not an offense coordinator.
Offensive
Like
coordinator.
I understand you did it the first time and you got away facing the Commanders. You ain't gonna get away with it twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a bad one. Lastly. is the Cowboys Raiders Monday Night Football, a game that started out there was like, oh, the Raiders 6-3. Oh, are the Raiders gonna
Hmm.
do something? And the Cowboys said, nah, we was
Nah,
just we CD Lamb, George, yeah, y'all can come
George.
off the
Yeah,
bench now. Y'all can come off the bench
yeah.
now.
That's exactly what happened. I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened, but yeah, who knows? But like, hey, like I said last week, I think we were doing a prediction for this week. I was like, Gino need to go to the bench. Like his career is pretty much it's shot. It's over. Him as a starter.
Right,
I think
right.
him as a starter. I think he should go ahead and do his backup role. Hey, look, he came back. Hey, they wrote him off. He didn't write back, but now he writing that letter right now. He getting right. Sign Gino, man. But I think that's it for him. Ashton Genty
Yeah,
couldn't do
nah.
jack daily squad. I was like, what is going on? But a lot of times that got a lot to do with your offensive line. If you got a running back like that, they need to get down here real quick. It's more on lines as the offensive line. But he's so man, you look at it, Dallas. Oh, Pickens looking like the number one receiver out there.
Man, he's not. It's not a joke, man. I mean, like, remember, I was like, oh, he gonna be pissed off because he gonna feel like he the number one. He's been nothing but. I get. We don't know what happened because, like I said, Dallas knows how to hide stuff.
Yeah,
So the fact that both of them was sitting on the sideline, I don't know
yeah.
why, but they know how to
It'll come
hide
out of
stuff.
documentary.
Yeah, so but again, I mean, I'm not surprised. Dak went out there and he was just airing the ball out. It didn't even matter
Yeah,
what was going on, what was happening. They were running the ball, they were passing the ball. The Raiders had no answer at all for what was going on, and it was just it was over. It was over.
yep.
Game was just done, and they kind of like Dallas towards the end was just letting their foot off the gas. The
Hmm.
acquisition of Quentin Williams was huge for Dallas, and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like I said, I think that that's going to have another effect because I think they're going to get Quincy Williams as well. So yeah, so we're gonna probably be talking about a Dallas team come next year. But that was the rundown of the games for Week 11. Jeremiah, how did you do on your bets?
we went 50% on the bets. So the Bengals definitely couldn't cover the spread. They got smashed. They started to. It looked good. It looked good at first, and then fourth quarter happened. And then after Jalen Ramsey got kicked out the game, that's when everything went downhill for the Bengals. But hey, listen, all you Marcus Mariota fans, he got pretty much your he covered in like one run. To be honest with you. Oh man, but he came through. He came through. I definitely put my bet on him. I put my bets on both of them. So I did a 50-50 split. Didn't do a parlay, so I got paid something for it.
Yeah.
Uh that's what it is this week. Hopefully I can help you guys out for this following week.
All right, y'all. With that being said, that was Jeremiah's bets for last week, and we'll be coming back to make our pick'em selections, and Jeremiah will have new bets. Other than that, this has been your man John Fortune, along with Jeremiah Street, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.